Okay, people, so like I will always do, I want to say good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you, depending on which time you are watching this video, depending on which part of the world you are watching us from. My name always is Atokowe Peter Wedam, and I am a lead presenter at Wedambu TV. Now, how many of you are familiar with this song? The song rings the bell? Great. That was Sarkodie and Samini back in 2014. It was a beautiful mashup, man, when this song dropped. But guess what? Today, these two gentlemen do not see eye for eye. They don't talk mouth to mouth. What they rather do is that Samini goes to say this on radio or on his Twitter page, and Sarkodie goes to say that on another radio station or a reply on the social media accounts. Now, what's the big deal about? What is this beef about? Exactly on 24th January 2023, Samini tweeted this comment on his Twitter handle. Have a look. Great. So, this is the beginning of what has been boiling. Apparently, Samini had sent, according to his own side of the story, Samini had sent 1, 2, 3 tracks to Sarkodie, awaiting Sarkodie's response for a collabo for a feature. What annoys Samini the more is that after these messages that were sent to Sarkodie were allegedly read, because the WhatsApp communication had ticked blue, which means seen, delivered, read, or something like that on WhatsApp, you know it better. But Sarkodie simply did not reply Samini. And Samini is like, that is not cool, because back in 2014, it took me, Samini, less than 24 hours to feature on your song, Love Rocks. And we all vibe with that song up to today. When you drop that song, it catches fire like that. Now, Sarkodie, are you really snobbish? Sarkodie, is that how you are? Or maybe some people in the showbiz industry are just ganging up against the brand Sark Nation. Now, cast your mind back. This is not the very first time that somebody is complaining about Sarkodie being snobbish or Sarkodie reading messages and not replying messages. You all know Freddie Mayweather of Zo fame. Yep. Freddie Mayweather had cause to talk to the media and complain that he didn't want to hear that name with the S. He was so angry to the extent I didn't even want to mention Sarkodie's name. If you want to check the internet, you will see the story. Apparently, way back then, Freddie Mayweather too wanted a feature with Sarkodie, but Sarkodie, didn't give a listening ear to him. Imagine the whole Freddie Mayweather. This is a big guy, internationally acclaimed musician. He's like old enough to be your dad, Sarkodie. That one there, now you know, try cry. Put that one aside. We all also know of Abadam Parkesi, time back, who also complained that Sarkodie was reading his messages but was not replying him. Meanwhile, these are guys that grew up in the ghetto. They started the thing together way back before they became who they are today. Sarkodie, is that cool? So is that what you are? Is that how you really are? When your guys need you, you don't show up, but when you need them, they are there for you. They always got your back. Put that one aside. How many have I counted? 2. Now, you remember Edem also had a similar complaint about Sarkodie not replying his messages when the time came for him to seek a feature from Sarkodie. You remember, right? Just Google Sarkodie and Edem feature something. The story will pop up. Sometimes I don't want to spoon feed you guys. You know, we are in this information superhighway, so with a click of a button or two, you get all this information at your fingertips. Put that one aside. This current one by Samini, it tells you that there is a pattern. I don't want to hold brief for all these guys against Sarkodie. He might also have his own reasons. But I think it's not cool, because when you need people, people are there for you. So when people need you, Sarkodie, you also got to be there for them. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Samini started doing music commercially way back before Sarkodie came out, right? So if for nothing at all, Sarkodie should be giving Samini that respect, you know? And I'm not surprised when Samini got angry and said, I am Samini. You should be getting back to me. He shouldn't have to complain at all when he needs someone like Sarkodie to do a collab with him. But some people too will say, well, I mean, it could be true that Samini started music commercially way back before Sarkodie came to the scene. But actually, the book of Ecclesiastes, okay, in the Bible, there is time for everything. Samini's time had come, has not gone yet, but I mean, this is Sarkodie's time. But the fact that it is Sarkodie's time, does that mean he should be snobbish when his colleagues in the industry need him for a feature? Especially in the case of Samini. Samini, if you all recall, is somebody who has been very generous with features. In fact, when Samini started way back then with his name Batman, I was one person who wondered whether Samini could ever come out on a solo project. Because Samini, before he started like full course, Samini had featured in countless number of musicians their projects, you know. You can just Google. Samini featured so many. He brought so many people up. Biggest among them today, Kofi Kinata, Stonebwoy. That's when I cast my mind back. Who did Sarkodie bring out? Maybe comment section there down there. Make you drop the names. People that Sarkodie has also brought up, like Samini and co. But this is how several news portals reported this thing between Samini and Sarkodie. And of course, one of my younger brothers in the Upper East region, Sabinus, is a known entertainment critic. He knows his stuff when you talk about showbiz. And we're going to be listening to this take from Sabi on this fracas between Samini and Sarkodie.
This is Sabinus. It's nice to talk about Sarkodie and Samini on this particular day. Unfortunately, it isn't anything good. Why? Because it's a beef. But the good thing about us in the industry is beefs are two sorts. One is the truth. It's truly a beef, but it's going to still cash you in. And two is that it's a made-up beef, but it's still going to cash you in. So it's a normal thing. It's a way of projecting music worldwide. Beefs are just okay. They are welcome when it comes to big names, when it comes to pushing projects, when it comes to, even shaping projects. So I don't find beefs to be issues. It's only when they become physical that they become issues. And bro, Charlie, somebody wants to ride on the hype as well too. Charlie, Bob Marley stayed up. He wants to stay with you, Sarkodie. So yeah, there's no way he's going to let that go. At this point, royalties will be paying them, but Charlie, there are new kids on the block, and they do music, good music like they used to. All right, they have the energy.
Sarkodie, if that is your thing, please change. Because I even remember on the same issue of you snubbing other artists, Black Rasta had to wash you, like he has to dry clean you on radio. If you remember, just Google Black Rasta on the heels of Sarkodie or something. And I think that time, Sarkodie was even alleged to have said that people should not, be too hard on him because he doesn't reply messages, because his own biological mother sometimes, Sarkodie is not able to reply her messages. And that is what made Black Rasta at the time very angry. Just Google the net, you see these stories. And you drop your comments whether you think Sarkodie is really snobbish. Is it that people just also want Sarkodie's features at a time that is like wrong timing for Sarkodie? Or it's just the fact that Sarkodie feels he's so big now that, he will choose as and when he wants to reply messages from his colleagues. Comments are always welcome. Please be civil, no insults. Peace.